I want to be clear again on who should and who should not watch the content on this channel. And more specifically, who should and who should not watch the content on this channel about the Bible. And so the people who should not watch the content on this channel about the Bible are those who would describe themselves as having strong beliefs in the Bible. And so that means that you're someone who believes everything written in the Bible because it's written in the Bible. And you're someone that's 100% convinced that you've found the truth for your life and that you're happy with what you believe in, right? And so if you're someone who falls under this type of category, then I would strongly recommend that you do not watch the content on this channel that's about the Bible, right? And here's why. Because the biblical content on this channel, it's presented in a way to make people think critically about the Bible and also to question what's in the Bible and to question the things that they have inherited as a belief about the Bible. And so the reason why strong believers should not watch this content is because the content begins planting seeds in the mind. And so these seeds planted, these are thoughts. And so these seed thoughts begin to sprout and then they begin to grow up in the garden of your mind as you continue listening and thinking about the content that's being talked about on this channel. And so this could be very problematic for the strong believer because these seed thoughts sprout into ideas that you'll find yourself continuously fighting to pluck them off the land and get them out of your mental garden. Understand, right? And if you're a strong believer, then you're already rock solid in your belief. And what I don't want to happen is I don't want you to have to battle with these unwanted thoughts inside of your mind, right? Because I'm sure you already have a lot of things that are happening in your life and you already have a lot of other things that you have to deal with. And so why would you want more things? And so the result of a strong believer dealing with this type of content, it does run the risk of having a mental breakdown from being confused and from being exhausted from continuously battling with these unwanted thoughts, right? And so I don't really want anyone out there to have to go through this type of thing, right? I already know how this works. And I know that this is how it will happen for a lot of people. And I don't hate people and I don't wish people to suffer from any of these types of things, right? Especially if you're someone who's solid in your belief, right? You may experience some form of mental anguish, right? If you continue watching the content. So my suggestion is that you keep information regarding the Bible filtered through circles and through channels that already agree with what you believe in, right? Or at least what they teach is somewhat in agreement with what you already believe to be true. And in doing so, that way you can reduce the amount of war that takes place within your heaven. Understand? And so I understand that the Bible is a sensitive subject to a lot of people, right? And I recognize that. And I also recognize that there are things that are not meant for everyone. And it is sometimes in a person's best interest to just stay ignorant, right? Which reminds me of a scene in The Matrix where you have Morpheus who offers the option for Neo to take the red or the blue pill. And the red pill is for people who are brave enough to find out what is beyond the understanding that they have, right? And beyond what they believe to be true. The blue pill is for people who want to stay believing whatever it is that they want to believe, right? Just continue believing it and stay in the world that already exists in your imagination. And so when it comes to the Bible, there's still a lot of people who desire to take the blue pill, right? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing at all, right? So there's no disrespect. There's no animosity. It's just that the reality of the situation is that there would be people who would do better for themselves if they simply stayed off of the channel or at least watching the biblical related things that are on the channel, right? And now obviously you have the ability and you have the freedom to do whatever you want. You can watch whatever you want, right? You can stay tuned if you want. That's up to you. But I'm putting the warning out because I know what you're potentially putting yourself at risk to as being a firm believer and continuing to listen to the information that we're presenting here, right? You're going to be confused and you're going to be battling on a regular with a lot of the thoughts that you're going to have, right? So just understand that you're watching at your own risk and you've been warned, right? And now to those who want to take heed to the warning, what you should do is when you see any of the videos on this channel pop up on the YouTube app, all you got to do is click on the three dots and then select don't recommend this channel, right? And then afterwards, you shouldn't see anything from this channel again. And so I'm looking out for you on this because I definitely don't have any desire to try to convince someone out of something that they have already made up their mind that that's what they want to be true, right? That's not what we're doing here. We don't have any desire to do those types of things. It's a waste of time. And so hopefully this makes sense to a lot of people out there and that we're clear on this. And now on the other hand, the audience for the biblical content on this channel are for those who desire to take the red pill, right? And you want to see what's on the other side. And so these are the people who still may believe in the Bible, right, to some extent, but there's something that's inside of them that's curious to the ideas that maybe there's something that's a little bit more that they currently do not know, right? These are the people who have questions about the Bible, questions about religion, and nobody around them is giving them any satisfactory answer, right? They're questioning, but people are saying some stuff that's not making sense. And so the content is for my 17-year-old self who knew that something was up, but I just couldn't pinpoint exactly what it was, right? Not until many years later of seeking and seeking and searching and searching until finally when I hit it, I said, uh-oh, here we go. Some of you have that same desire to have your own uh-oh, here we go experience. And those are the people who I want to help climb out of the pit. So with your own eyes, you can see the free world where life is much better and it makes more sense. And so hopefully this video has made a few things more clear about who should and who should not watch some of the biblical content on this channel. But I want to thank you for watching all the way until the end. My name is Brooklyn St. Michael, and I'll see you in the free world.